But remember, the concept here is that He has given you your blessings. Everything belongs to God. Understand that. Everything belongs to God. Nothing belongs to you. What God does, He's entrusting you with 100% of what belongs to Him. And in turn, He comes back to test and see how good of a steward you are. The reason He's testing to see how good of a steward you are is because He wants to know how far He can bless you. How far He can let you manage the finances that He's about to place in your hands. There are people that when they came to the Lord, they came to the church, they were making maybe $100 a week. So when they have to get their tithes, they don't have a problem because it's just $10. I can give $10, not a problem. You know, $10, that's easy. And God sees that faithfulness in your heart. He sees that you're giving with a cheerful heart. That's the faith there. You're giving with a cheerful heart. Not only are you giving with a cheerful heart, but you're being obedient. Now what happens is that God turns around and says, because they're giving with a cheerful heart, because they are obedient, I can see their heart is right. Okay? I will give them what everybody here knows as an increase. Now once you get your increase, you might go from 100 to 200, or from 100 to 500. And then it's time for you to get tithes again. And some of you are like, no problem. Take out your tithes, $50 if you only got on the 500. He's giving me 90%. He's letting me keep 90% out of His 100%. Could you imagine if I put $100 in your hand? Just imagine it. That's it. And I tell you, and I come back and I tell you, you know what? Give me $10 and keep the other 90. Example. You will say, wow. And then I will say, okay, here's another $100. And every week I come and I give you $100. I just keep the $90 out. Just give me 10. And you're going to be to a point where you'll be expecting that $90. Because you'll be saying, I'm so thankful because these $90 are blessing me. They're helping me. They're helping me pay my bills. They help me catch up. I'm going to the restaurant. I can do this, that. I think I couldn't afford before. I'm doing now. And the thing is that the $90 that come from God are greater than the $90 that come from the devil. Because the $90 from the devil, they disappear on you. You lose them sometimes. You don't even know where they went. But the $90 from God is like, they increase. If you ever gone to a store to spend money with $90 of your pocket money, you come out of there with 2 or 3 bags and 1 gallon of milk from Puerto Rico. $6. But if you go with God's money, and you get all this stuff, and you go, oh my God, I think I went overboard. And they sum it up, they say, oh, it's $6. You still have to change it over for McDonald's or something like that. Because God's money is different. There's just something about it. I've been into stores where I want to bless somebody with groceries, and I go buy groceries for them, and I walk around with 5 bags, and I think to myself, wow, 5 bags, and I just spent a couple of dollars, that was it. Because that's God's money. Okay? So there's a difference. Now, God entrusts you, He entrusts you with 90% of what belongs to Him in the first place. Remember, when you already established that everything belongs to God, the Bible says that the gold and the silver and everything belongs to Him. So you have claim to nothing. You have claim to nothing. Even those little kids that are on your laps and stuff like that belong to Him. That big old body you got belongs to Him. Everything belongs to Him. So we established that you have nothing to begin with. You came into the world naked. When you leave, you belong naked. And the soul, the body that you have came from the dirt, and it's going to go back to the dirt. So here we go on that. So now God turns around and He gives you 90% of whatever it is that he wants to give you, and He entrusts you. All of a sudden, now God begins to see your heart, so He begins to increase. At some point or another, it's time for you to give $1,000 out of your tithes. You know what that means? That means that you have increased 100-fold. Okay, you've gone from $100 probably to what, $10,000 to give, or let's say $100,000 to give $10,000. You've gone from a person who had a skateboard to being a person that has several cars. You've gone from a person who lived in an apartment that was so small that you had to go outside just to change your mind to owning houses. And now it's time for you to give your tithe on all that. And you begin to waver. You begin to start,